game.
Hello everyone and welcome to the NTR podcast. I am one of your hosts, Rave and the Wraith, and joined by the two others. Monkey.
Hello everyone! My name is Lord Monkey, and as per usual, very awesome and glad to be back.
And Karma.
Welcome back, everybody. I am Eric Karma, the scuffed one of these podcasts.
Yes, and I'm adding the image now about today's topic, which is Fairy Tail. This is the second time we have talked about Fairy Tail, but these guys want to do a second episode, post-time skip now. Tail.
Dude,
Yes.
I freaked out. I just got something by the mail while the countdown was going.
Oh yeah? What was that? Do you want to share with everyone?
I just got my Corona figure.
Corone. Oh, Corone. Yeah.
Corona from
Hololive, yeah.
With like.
Also, I should mention that this part of Fairy Tail will have massive spoilers if you
Oh
have
yeah,
not
massive,
seen
huge
it or are currently
spoilers,
watching
guys.
it.
If you wanna watch it, please abstain from watching this.
Or unless if you don't care to get spoiled, then
Yeah.
you can watch it.
Yeah.
About massive plot points.
Also, it's post-time skip,
Very
so
massive.
that's the big part.
So after last time we stopped after the Tenra
After
arc.
the Tenrojima arc, yes.
Well, this is your guys' episode. I have questions, but they're not super in-depth, I don't think.
Well,
No,
You
some of
do,
them
but
are
I'm-
really good
So,
questions.
alright, this motherfucker... Alright, hang on. This motherfucker, Karma, gave me 6 Wikipedia pages that are over 1,000 words each to read. So, I read them a
I
little
couldn't
bit.
find a video on it.
Also, thank you, Old Man Silver, for the
I couldn't
bits.
find a video on it.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm
Trust
just
me, I
saying,
did
you
look for a
sent a
video.
lot of fucking Wikipedia article to me. That was way too much for me to read, so I skimmed some of it. And these are the 29 questions I came up with.
And you know you're gonna get me and Karma arguing about it, so.
Oh, good.
Oh, of course. It's gonna
Because
happen
every
again.
time we talk about Fairy Tail, we argue about
We
theories,
always end up
we
arguing.
argue about characters, we're probably gonna argue about what element Wendy's gonna end up having as her second element.
I like question number 13. That's my favorite one.
Yeah, that's a good question if you've never seen it. If you've never seen the show, it's a good question.
You're gonna
But for
need
me
to
and Monkey,
watch.
it's just
You're gonna
absolutely
need-
hilarious.
Please show the character on the screen when we get to that question.
Yeah, I could do that. No, it'd be funner if we didn't show it, right?
Yeah, it's good for me and Monkey, it's absolutely hilarious that you asked that question because of it. It's just absolutely hilarious.
Okay. Okay, when we get to that question, I will
Anyway,
show
should
it.
we get started on the questions?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll ask the first question.
Should we recap of the pre
Yeah, there was a big explosion and then a time skip happened.
I see you watched the anime, Raven.
Yeah, thank you. I did actually
You've
watch that
done your
part of the
homework.
anime.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, I did actually watch that part. Not recently,
yeah.
but I did.
We're corrupting him, Karma. We need to corrupt him furthermore.
Yeah, I watched the first 5 episodes of the post time skip. That's about as far as I got. But that was a while ago too, so I don't really remember too much.
Fair. Okay.
So,
Anyway, Fairy Tail is a show of magic and wizards doing, well, quests to earn money to live, with lots of hijinks.
they try to be the strongest. Okay, that needs to stop. Whatever that is. Karma, your microphone is fucking up.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It is my sister in the kitchen.
Ah, okay. Try to mute when you're not talking, then, please.
It would have been funnier if he just stopped at "No, it's not."
No, it's not. Oh, okay.
No, it's not. Shut up, Raven.
Yeah, okay. Oh,
You're
God.
just doing it. Shut up.
Either way. So basically there's like 17 fucking main characters, but there's actually only 3 main characters.
Should we mention the fucking gap in between this episode and the first Fairy Tail episode?
No, why would we?
Because I want to.
It's funny you should mention 17 main characters, Raven. Yeah, you miscalculated.
That was just a rough estimation.
After the Tenrojima arc, that kind of... The main cast kind of, like, doubles. Or even triples.
Oh, with Sabretooth, yeah.
Okay, we haven't gotten there yet, so it doesn't matter. This is the pre-time skip what's going on. For people who do not know the series, go watch our first episode. There you go.
It'll be easier.
Go watch our third episode.
Yeah.
This shit was like what 45 episodes ago?
You said 44 earlier, so
44 or 45. One of the two. It was a fucking long time ago.
yeah. And like I said, Karma and Monkey really like the series. I have seen a lot of it, but not all of it. So, the time skip happens when there's a giant explosion that blows up or makes an island disappear or something like that. And then, miraculously, next episode...
Not exactly.
Okay, then explain.
So, what actually happened was Acnologia, the Dragon King, if you will...
Well, the strongest dragon.
Decided...
Because he's technically not a dragon
Again,
by birth.
debatable.
Yeah, we all know, obviously, the strongest dragon is Igneel,
debatable.
obviously. He's the main character.
The Dragon King.
Again, debatable.
No, the Dragon King is Igneel. His name is not Fire Dragon King Igneel for nothing.
Yeah, his name is Igneel. Dumbass. Anyway, this guy, I forget his name already.
Fire Dragon King Igneel.
Acnologia
Igneel.
fires a Etho Nanner blast. Breath attack at the island of at Tenro Island. By forming a circle and holding hands, they cast one of the 3 Grand Fairy spells, Fairy Spear, which had protected them.
For 7 fucking years. That spell was active for 7 years. That's a long fucking ass time. Because the 3 Grand Fairy spells are insanely demanding to cast. And by the way, Ether Nano is magic particles.
Yes.
Okay.
But they didn't... The reason it lasted 7 years was because of Mavis Vermilion, the Fairy Tail's first guild master. She basically allowed it to kind of... She took the Ether Nano from Acnologia's breath attack to make the Fairy Spear spell last longer than normal.
So either way...
There was a lot of it.
7 years later, they wake up.
Well, 7 years later, the Fairy Tail members that stayed at the guild finally find the island because of Spike and Magi in Ether Nano. But in those 7 years, Fairy Tail...
Well, it was actually Blue... It was technically Blue Pegasus who found
Blue
it
Pegasus.
and reported it to Fairy Tail.
But during that time, Fairy Tail became the weakest, went from first guild to lowest guild.
Oh yeah, all their strongest members are gone.
Yeah.
Alright, I have 2 questions so far. One of them is not written down yet. I'm gonna ask that one first. I forget, how is Mavis alive still?
Ghost and anime logic.
Ghost? Got it.
Not exactly. No, not exactly. It's...
Oh yeah, no, because of the fairy heart.
Because of... Yeah. Yes and no again.
Yeah, because she has the Anka Tesh or whatever malediction. The curse of Anka Tesh.
Yep, but
So-
you're also there. That's the one. That's the one.
So for those of you who haven't listened to
That's the
Fairy Tail,
one.
the curse of Anka Tesh is a curse that happens when you use a spell that goes against the natural order of things. So Mavis used the Law spell, which is a non-perfected version of the Fairy Law spell. And when used with not at least 10 years of practice or more within the magic arts, there can be severe after effects to that spell. That curse being one of them. The curse works as so. It's called the curse of contradictions. The more you care about people, the more people will die around you. The less you care, the less people will die around you.
Isn't that what the one guy has?
Zeref is the same curse as Zeref has.
Zeref has, yes.
It's interesting because we later learn that Mavis and Zeref actually dated at some point because they learned that they were basically
Not just dated, they're
they
lovers.
had a child. They had
They're
a
lovers.
child.
Oh, and that
Yes.
child is Natsu. That's why he's the main character. I get it now.
No, it's called August.
No, it's a lot more complicated than that.
It's so much more complicated.
Alright, so it's Igneel, the
It
dragon
is and
that's
it isn't at the
inside
same
Natsu. Got it.
No, Igneel was technically a friend of Zeref.
Again, no.
Guys, just fucking take
Yes.
the joke and leave it. Jesus.
It's us. It's us in Fairy Tail. What do you expect?
Great. So, I'm gonna read what it says on the wiki here and then ask my second question. So, it says, quote, by amassing everyone's faith and bonds and converting them into magic power, the guild's unanimous thoughts and feelings activated Fairy Sphere. So,
Yeah.
my question is, did they get saved through the power of friendship?
That and all. These members were there.
That, and like
So
I
that's
mentioned earlier, Actilogia's breath attack.
But it was
So, and
mostly
that-
the friendship.
Well, also gathering that immense amount of magic power is allowed.
Immense, massive amounts of magic power is required to cast the Fairy Spear spell,
Sphere.
which the
To give you.
Fairy Tail members on Tenrojima at the time did not have the magic power required.
Yeah, I mean, Mavis could have with the attack.
Well, because she
Exactly.
channeled all the magic.
That's exactly what happened.
Agnologia is an arcane dragon slayer, which means he can consume any type of magic
Okay.
with no
Yes.
specification.
Wait, sorry, I blinked out the name. Who can?
Agnologia.
That's the dragon that used the attack.
Yep.
Okay.
He's an
Yes.
at the start. He was an arcane dragon slayer that used dragon slayer so much that he turned into a dragon.
Oh, okay, that's weird.
That's the curse of Dragon Slayer magic.
Dragon slayer magic
Actually.
makes a dragon seed grow inside of you that will eventually turn you into a dragon.
Why is
But
that a
there
bad
are-
thing?
Hmm?
Why is that a bad thing?
Because people are gonna want to murder you.
Yeah, but dragons are cool.
Yeah, but
not
you
when
don't.
you're trying to kill the dragons.
Yeah.
Well,
You
that's.
become what
I
you're
mean,
trying
like,
to. You
what if
become what you're trying to kill.
what if you just like help the people and be like, "Hey, yo, I'm a good dragon."
Listen, when that happened,
They
to a
tried
few
that. They tried at first. That's what created Dragon Slayer magic.
But like the dragon slayers turned on all the dragons.
But the humans,
Oh.
yeah, the humans, overwhelmed by their power, got overconfident and killed all of the dragons, including the ones that taught them their magic.
Okay,
at which
so
point-
what you're saying is humans are evil
At
in
which
every
point,
fantasy ever.
Acnologia. At which point, Acnologia kept practicing Dragon Slayer magic, invoking the Dragon Force, which eventually turned him into a dragon.
Hey, K-Dot.
I see K-Dot agrees with me. Yes, they are. Humans are the evil guys of every fantasy world. Prove me
there's
wrong.
there's a very specific reason why Wendy, Gagio, Natsu, Sting, and Rogue don't turn into dragons, and it's related to their dragons, to their parental dragons.
I have no idea what the fuck you just said to me.
There's the reason our main dragons there, that being Sting, Rogue, Natsu, Gagio, and Wendy, never turned into dragons, is because their draconic parents, the one that taught them dragon slaying, did something to them.
Whoa! Wait. Now, before you say any more, stop right there. We don't want to get.
I'm just going to leave it that they did something to them. They did something to them. We're gonna get to it in due time.
Okay, Monkey, back away from your mic. Jesus, man.
You don't like it when I fucking French kiss my mic?
No, I don't. It's loud and it hurts. I'll fucking spank you if you do it again. You don't want spanked. That's would be really weird.
Stop it! Fucking, some people are gonna make a fan art of that.
Yeah, sure, go ahead. As long as I'm the Dom.
Don't encourage them!
Yeah.
You know,
okay.
And Silver is good at drawing too, so this doesn't work out.
Okay. Should I go on to my second question now, or do you guys want to keep talking?
Well, I mean, we kind of explained it.
No, you really didn't.
Can you remind me what was the question? I kind of blacked out from,
You're too close to your mic again. So, the question is, what is an Earthland counterpart?
Okay, so do you remember? So I'm sure you don't remember, but in the last episode we talked about Daedalus.
I remember there's a magical place where the little furry people are gods. That's all I remember.
Yeah, Dixies.
That's Daedalus.
Okay.
That's Daedalus.
Okay.
So, to answer your next question, you have to know what Daedalus is. So, Daedalus is the other world that has the copy of the person in Earthland, but they don't have magic and their personalities are different.
Okay, so Earthland is our Earth, and what do you call the other one again?
Daedalus.
Daedalus has their own version, which is kind of like a mirror world.
Yes. So an Earthland counterpart would be someone who they had previously met in Daedalus and now has met in Earthland.
Right. So my question then is, I might get his name wrong. Is it Thunder Panther or something like that? One of the little guys that is with the guild.
Oh, Panther Lily?
Yeah, Panther Lily. So does Panther Lily have a Earthland counterpart?
No.
Because he's a little
Exceeds
guy,
do
right?
not.
Exceed, right? That's its name.
Exceeds do not have an Earthland counterpart. That's it.
Gotcha. So all of the Exceeds are from another world, basically.
Which is weird, because even dragons have a Daedalus counterpart, because we know that Grandina, the Daedalus Grandina, lives in Earthland.
I don't know who you... I don't know.
Well, we only find that out... Actually, no, we would find that out about now. Anyway, so, no, you're right.
Okay.
Well, for the GMM arc.
Well, yeah, I mean, if humans become dragons, then... Yeah, right? Like, all humans / dragons...
No, not if they were born dragons.
Oh, okay. So you can't also be born a dragon, got it.
Right.
Is there anything else you guys want to say about my second question before we move on to the third one?
No, that's pretty much it.
Okay. So... I could be completely wrong, but I thought Gildarts was supposed to be the strongest person alive.
No.
Oh god, no, by
member
far.
of the guild. He's the strongest fairy tale member, but
okay.
Like he
could be.
He could be.
If I had to gauge his power, if I had to gauge his power, he would be the 6th or 7th magic.
Yeah,
magic
6 or
saint,
7
yeah.
magic saint, but like to give you an example, the magic saints got the 3 strongest magic saints got fucking owned by some of the Spriggan 12 of
Oh,
everybody-
absolutely did. Well, 2, 3, and 4 anyway.
I don't know
Yeah.
what a Spriggan 12 is.
Spriggan 12 are the
It's okay. You don't have to worry about that
they're
yet.
like the wizard saints but for Alvarez.
They're the strongest people in the world, or supposed to be anyway.
Technically it's Zareth.
And
Well, I mean, yeah, but they're like the
Zareth and-
world. So
Zareth
okay,
for
let me
Agnologia.
rephrase. Are they like the world government of One Piece, basically?
no.
No,
Okay,
they're just powerful wizards.
okay. They don't like
They have
make the
influence to an
laws.
extent, but they don't have the power to make laws. For example,
They make the laws, but not for the entire world, just for their country.
Okay.
and for example, the Magic Council only regulates magic. They don't make laws for anything else.
Okay.
Right.
So are they evil? Are they the bad guys?
The Magic Council?
Yes.
Yeah, that's hard to say.
I would say
Anyone who makes the laws in a
Magic
fantasy
Council-
world is evil, right?
they are
Magic
assholes.
Council, Magic
That's
Council
evil.
era. One that's currently in charge. Yeah, I'd say they're not good guys.
Okay.
Do you agree with me on that point, Monkey?
Yeah, well, the previous one was okay, but they need to, they're a government. They're not exactly good or evil.
Yeah, they're a government. They're the quote-unquote necessary evil, even though you don't actually need a necessary evil sometimes.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what they say.
Like
That's what
they-
they tell the people. Yeah.
Alright.
I've stopped counting how many times during that show the Magic Council discussed about
How many
this
times the
fairy
Magic
tale.
Council? How many times the Magic Council has tried to overstep their boundaries? Yeah.
Okay, we need to speed up. We have 29 questions total, and we're already halfway through the first hour. So, what is the Legion Corps?
You're
So-
getting that one.
Okay. Yeah. I figured I would. So the Legion Corps is basically a religious attack squad.
Oh, that! Yeah!
Monkey acting like you just saw a fucking monkey do a backflip.
It fucking clicked back. Yeah, those guys.
Yeah.
So, are they good or
They're
evil?
the religious.
No.
Well, actually, that's an interesting point you bring up, Raven. They're not evil.
But they will do evil deeds if necessary.
Like I said, they're religious, so you could say they're like religious
Like,
extremists.
it's like
so-
saying, is the Catholic Church evil? Don't let's say
Okay.
that so we don't get into a fucking religious debate, but...
So, it's like Full Metal Alchemists, how they had like a group that was religiously against, like the power system, basically. Equivalent exchange, that's what I'm thinking of.
Well, yes and no, because it's hard to explain, kind of.
Okay, well then we'll just move on. Is Jackpot a part of that group?
Religious. Absolutely not. Nope, not at all.
What
No.
is Jackpot a part of any group? Because I didn't read the end of what happens with Jackpot.
Yes, he is. Yes,
He's
Jackpot
part of
is.
the Neo Ration Sis, right?
Yes, he is. In fact, Monkey, if you remember correctly, he was in fact the
staff.
the staff of the original Brain.
Yeah.
I remember reading something about a staff.
Yep, Jackpot is just a bear costume
Nice. Okay.
for a staff that has a personality.
Fortnite. Okay, so up to this point in the story, does Natsu win any fucking battles
No.
after the time skip to the part where Jackpot is a thing?
Natsu's fucking powerful.
But he loses every fight.
Yeah, he is.
But
So far, everybody else has had 7 years to train.
Yeah.
him, it was still like he fell asleep and woke up the next day.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
everybody else had 7 years to train.
Okay. That's fair.
That explains that.
Yeah. Alright, now I have a loaded question here. What's the deal with a clock?
Oh, the infinity clock.
Yeah, that's like a whole ass thing, and I could not read everything about that.
Don't blame you, it's a big concept. Oh, I don't even know everything about it.
Doesn't the infinity clock have the power to reset fucking, like, magic power, and it's somehow related to Lucy?
What? How is a clock related to a person? I mean, like, don't answer that. That was a stupid question.
They fucking tied her
Well,
up to
not
the clock, and
person,
the
the
clock was fucking
type-
absorbing her.
So, there's the thing. It's not a person it's tied to, it's the magical power that the person
Oh
holds.
yeah, it needs celestial magic to work.
So it's a celestial, right, and since Lucy is one of the only 3 remaining celestial mages in all of Earthland at that point, they need one of the 3, and Lucy was the easiest to acquire.
Well, the easiest, but also that it was the best move ever, because you should know that if you go after Fairy Tail, you're gonna fucking get bitten.
I mean, except for that
that's why.
7-year period where they became the weakest guild.
Well, that's because all their strongest members were
Gone, yeah.
sleeping.
Still.
And for
you
Jet and Draw are not.
And the
gonna
funny
be
part
Fairy
is
Tail.
the 2 days after they came back, after they had their whole party and drank themselves to sleep, like the next day, Makarov, Urza, and Mira Jane all went to the Twilight Ogre Guild and
They
them into
fucking
submission. Beat them into submission. Really.
Well, because they harassed the guild members for 7 years into giving them money. So they were like, "Hey, fucker, you're gonna pay us back for every single amount of money you stole from us now, and you're gonna do it, or else you're gonna be in really fucking big trouble."
Yeah. It's kind of what Urza told him, yep.
Okay.
That was amusing, by the way, Shin. Anyway.
See, you guys didn't actually answer what's the deal with the clock.
That's because it's a loaded
But
concept.
I'm actually
It's
gonna
hard to
Google
explain.
this. I'm gonna fucking Google the
Yeah.
infinity clock.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
The entire fucking... Look at the, Key of the Starry Sky arc. I'm gonna show this on stream real quick.
yeah.
Look at this, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna scroll my
It's-
wheel.
They need 6 pieces to form the infinity clock, and the infinity clock is, well, it's a magical device that, hell, I don't even remember what it does exactly.
Okay, I reached the bottom of the page finally.
No, I just remember that it requires a celestial mage to use.
The infinity clock is able to unleash a terrifying magic called Real Nightmare. A magic that greatly distorts the perception of time for people, bringing them menace and creating chaos among the population.
That's what it does, yep.
So basically, it fucks with time and
it
makes everything a living nightmare.
It erases your perception of time.
I forget how to check how many words this is, but he wanted me to read this whole ass thing. I'm not reading this whole ass thing.
So, for an example of that, say like you would walk. Say you know how long 5 minutes is. During Real Nightmare, you don't know that. People can become infants. Infants can become teenagers.
It basically creates
Real
a whole
fucking-
fucking like
It's chaos incarnate.
it's a shit
basically.
show.
It also takes the life of the celestial mage that powers it. If I'm right.
Yeah. It needs
if I remember
it needs
correctly.
a celestial mage because the celestial mage have are meant to be able to open gates.
This dude's name is Brain 2.
Midnight, yes.
So they got the Grim Reaper too? Ayo?
Aragorn, yep.
Oh yeah, that fucker comes back.
Only he gets defeated and then he comes back 7 years later.
He comes back, but like you see Aragorn in like episode 20, I think.
No. It's even before that.
Episode like
It's
10?
within the first 10 episodes. Yeah, it's within the first 10 episodes.
There's so many fucking things about the Infinity Clock.
You know, it was one of the most complex arcs.
So easily.
Inside
be
the
honest.
Infinity Clock? What the fuck?
Hmm?
Yeah, inside.
Alright,
Only a celestial mage can access it. Anyway, we should move on because it's just...
Are the guilds Sabretooth and Raventail evil?
No, Sabretooth is just run by Jack.
One is not.
Okay, Sabretooth is run by a jackass, and Raventail is just straight up evil.
Well,
Yep.
Raven's Tail was built
Yep.
by
There you go.
the son of Makarov.
Makarov's son. Loxus his father.
Yeah, and the whole goal of Rivendell is to be able to put down fairy tale wizards, which they failed miserably at.
Okay.
Yeah, they did.
So...
They were both against Loxus and lost.
You know, Loxus fucking beat the shit out of all the members at once.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it was great.
So why was a Dark Guild allowed to fight in the games arc if they're considered criminals?
Because they hid the fact that they were Dark Guild.
Oh.
So what they did was
Wait, how do you hide the fact you're a Dark Guild?
You become a light guild.
What?
Basically by just...
Hey, guys, we're
Yeah.
not evil anymore! Oh, okay, sure, come on in.
You stop taking killing contracts.
Basically.
You stop taking killing
Basically.
contracts and you start taking normal contracts. And at some point,
That's
the
basically
council
it.
will allow you back in.
Okay.
That's basically it. That's it. They used fuckery.
Alright.
As
They
their,
fucked with the system to be able
Dark
to
Guild.
get the strongest members of Fairy Tail. Because I guess they felt like they were gonna come
They're
back
Dark
anyway.
Guild. They're
Alright.
Dark Guild. They used fuckery.
Besides having, I'm sure, very cool fights, is there anything I need to know about the Grand Magic Games arc?
The Grand Magic Games
So I
arc-
had asked Monkey about this while we were waiting for the countdown. If there's anything else you should know about the arc.
I mean, like,
No,
obviously...
Monkey,
Obviously, Fairy Tail
what
wins.
happens immediately after. Okay, I count what happens immediately after part of the Grand Magic Games arc. Do you?
You mean with the dragons?
Yes, I mean with the dragons.
Yes, I do.
Okay. So, what happens immediately after the Grand Magic Games arc? Hisui, the princess, decides to open the Eclipse Gate because there was 10,000 dragons that were going to attack the kingdom. So she opens the Eclipse Gate, and instead of releasing a blast that just attacked the dragons, there was no magic blast attack from the Eclipse Gate. It's just a gateway from 400 years in the past to now.
For the dragons
It's just a
to
gateway
come-
through time.
Yeah.
The dragons come through the Eclipse Gate. Lucy shuts it with the help of Yukino, another celestial spirit
And all
mage,
12 of the
and all 12
Zodiac
of
keys.
the of the Zodiac keys. They close it, which leaves 8 dragons that come through the gate instead of 10,000.
Okay, do we need to know
Natsu
which
and
8
the
dragons?
other dragon slayers. No, that's not important.
Well, there's the fire one.
Only
What's
one
his
of them.
name?
Atlas Flame. That's
Atlas
the only
Flame,
one.
right.
Really.
Well,
That's
no,
the only one that really was important.
because Atlas Flame is a fire dragon. Natsu kind of said that view him as his uncle, since he's technically related to Igneel.
Okay.
And he's gonna come back later, but Natsu ate some of because
Very
Atlas Flame
briefly.
is made of fire. So Natsu, when he was trying to kill Atlas Flame, fucking started eating Atlas Flame and got so fucking powered up, it was ridiculous.
Okay.
So anyway, Natsu was like, well, we have 8 dragon slayers, and someone else was like, no, but there's only 7. Natsu points at his nose and goes, no, oh, the 8th one. In case if you weren't wondering, the 7 dragon slayers are Natsu, Gajeel, Wendy, Sting, Rogue,
And Loxus.
Loxus.
I
and
thought
Cobra,
Wendy wasn't a fighter.
which she is.
But
She
Wind
is.
Dragon Slayer magic is more support magic.
Okay.
Yeah, Sky Dragon Slayer magic is more of support, but it does have attack spells.
Basically,
Okay.
the war and the ring attacks and the wing attacks, but like you have the like
It also has the Talon, but that's it. That's
yeah, and
she doesn't
but
have a
you-
lot
well,
of attack spells.
you also have
She's more of
the
a support mage.
the Dragon Slayer Secret Art, which is shattering like Skydrill.
Yes, but like she's mostly a support mage, but she can attack if needed.
Yeah,
Okay.
But the 8 dragon slayers that start to fight the 8 dragons, Natsu needs more power to fight future Rogue. So he hops onto Atlas Flame's back, starts eating Atlas Flame, eats the brainwashing curse that future Rogue placed on the 8 dragons, causing Atlas Flame to awaken, and then they join the fight against future Rogue and the dragon he's on. Partway through, they basically all die. Blue Tier activates a forbidden spell from the time lost time magic thing, which reverts time 1 minute, which allows them to win.
I forget who was the 8 Dragon Slayer.
Cobra.
No, but I'm looking at the picture. Rogue, Sting, Natsu, Gajeel, Windy, Loxus.
Cobra. The poison dragon slayer from
No, but that's 7.
Irrational Taste. Right, never mind. I would count it 8, but there was 7. I just forgot. I always think there's 8 for some reason. Doesn't matter. Anyway,
Okay.
so future Rogue warned. Anyway, the reason future Rogue had control of the dragons was because Frosh died in the future, which caused him to become evil. He tells Natsu the name of who killed Frosh. And when. But that's blurred out, and the only thing you can see on Natsu's face is shock and surprise.
Yep.
Then it's over, because Natsu threw the dragon into the Eclipse Gate and destroyed it.
So wait, 8 dragons come out, 8 dragons die.
7 dragons.
7 dragons, sorry. 7 dragons come out, 7 dragons die?
Not die, they just evaporate because the Eclipse Gate was destroyed, so they were never there to begin with.
Oh, okay, so like time travel shit, got it.
Yeah, to be there, the Eclipse Gate need to be connected to their right time period.
So does Natsu actually get the fire from the dragon then?
He does briefly. That's what allows him
Yes,
to
but
throw
that's the thing. Atlas Flame still
that's what
remembers
allows
meeting
him
Natsu.
So Atlas's flames are part of Natsu now.
kind of.
Well, for a bit until he burns them out by
Like I
by
said,
throwing
yeah,
his own magic.
by throwing Mother Glare into the Eclipse Gate.
Okay. Okay, next question, because we don't have a lot of time to do all of these fucking questions. What is a celestial spirit? I'm like, I understand, like, what they are, like, oh, they're the constellations, I got that. But, like, what are they?
They are powerful beings
that's it.
are basically powerful beings that can be invoked by a celestial wizard.
And there's only 3 celestial mages or whatever in the world.
Yep. And if you
At that point, there's only 3 left.
there's
Yeah.
also a celestial spirit king, and he doesn't have a key.
Okay, what is a key? I'm confused.
The key is what you use to open
the
the gate
key
that
is-
invocates the spirit.
Okay.
So the key is what allows the spirit to enter the human world.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
It's really not a lot to them.
You
So
want
the
to...
king doesn't have a key, so he wants...
No.
He can, but he can be summoned.
But at a fucking major cost. The cost to invocate the
Massive
king is the
cost.
sacrifice of a zodiac key, of one of the 12 golden keys.
The only one who has a very strong bond with its contract owner.
Yep.
I'm also a little confused by that. How many celestial spirits are there exactly? Like hundreds
There
or
are-
like...
There are 12 zodiac.
Thousands.
Okay,
Thousands, but there are
12
only 12
zodiac.
zodiac keys.
gotcha. But I mean like,
13. 14.
what's her name?
13, yeah.
Susie, Lucy. Yeah, Lucy, right?
Lucy?
Lucy has
Lucy-
multiple of them, but she only has
Like-
one key, but she has multiple contracts.
You know, she has multiple keys.
Oh, okay.
He has 10 zodiac keys and
What the fuck, lady?
6
Spread
or
them out.
7 silver keys.
Yo, this bitch be hogging all the keys.
Well,
You know how
yeah.
having that many keys, do you know how powerful that makes us fucking spiritual wizards?
I know, right? She could summon the king like 7 times easily.
Yeah, no, but like that's a...
Not necessarily. She can only do it once.
Yeah, but she has multiple
of-
keys, right?
Because of the... Again, but to resummon the king, you need a very strong bond with one of the zodiac.
Which she does have very strong bonds, but are they as strong as Aquarius's?
I have
You
no
said
idea.
it. Oh, you had to go and say it. That was coming later. But yeah, no, not as strong as the one that she sacrifices to summon the king.
Oh wait, she sacrifices someone. I didn't even catch that part.
She sacrifices a key.
A key, but okay, stop. I get that she sacrifices a key, but what does that have to do with sacrificing a contract with a spirit?
Because she...
By breaking a key, you break the contract.
Okay, thank you. That's the part I didn't understand.
And then a key will eventually reappear in the world, but you don't know when.
Gotcha. So it's like a
And-
devil
You
fruit.
don't know when or
In that time, the
don't know
spirit is
when
still
or
alive, but
where.
stuck in the spirit realm.
Gotcha.
yes.
Okay. Why is there a giant
I of
centipede?
course. So that's Ophiuchus, the 13th spirit. She's special.
Yeah, let's say that. She's special and
She's-
weird. We don't
she's
know a
special.
whole lot about her.
Is she the big bad guy of that arc? Or
No.
big bad girl, I should say. No,
Oh, it's
okay.
just that
No,
she's
there's not a-
corrupted by the
with
Eclipse
the-
Gate, so she's kind of nuts.
Yeah, so there's not a bad guy of that arc. It's more just like corrupted. They need
Okay.
to cleanse.
And it's an anime-only arc. I heard you guys say that was like one of your favorite arcs, or of your favorite arcs, or whatever.
For an anime only arc, it
Easily.
was fucking good. Like they killed it.
Yeah.
It was amazing, and it's not in the manga.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's really good.
Alright. Who is Leo and why are his flames different from Natsu's flames?
So,
Because they're
ready
black
for
flames.
mindfuckery, Raven?
Sure.
Leo is Loki, one of Lucy's spirits.
Okay, so he's the spirit of the sun or whatever, right, Leo?
He's the well,
He's the lion.
Yeah, I know
Leo's the
Leo the
lion.
lion. I got that part.
That's what he is.
Oh, okay. So he has flames
His
as well?
non-corrupted
but when he got corrupted,
form, he uses. In his non-corrupted form, he uses light magic.
basically sun
In his
magic,
corrupted form, he has dark
flame magic.
Yeah, light sun magic.
Opposite of the pure,
uses-
flames that he uses normally.
Okay.
Of the
Yeah,
of the light attacks, of the light based attack he uses normally.
Okay, now I need to ask...
Yeah, it's like...
Go ahead, you're first.
No, I mean, I Monkey basically explained it.
Okay, before I get to my last question about this arc, I want to ask, why are they corrupted to begin with again?
Because they were
Eclipse Gate.
used to open the Eclipse Gate.
Oh, okay.
You need all 12 keys to open the Eclipse Gate.
Okay.
And
And
all
you need
12
all
keys
12
will
of them to close it.
Okay.
That overexposure to the Eclipse Gate corrupted them.
which is dark
Okay.
magic. It's dark magic.
Okay. And then at the end of the article, or the Wikipedia page, I'm gonna say this name wrong probably, but who is Hisui, and
Hisui
what
is
is their
the-
realization?
She's the princess of the
So,
kingdom,
Hisui-
and
She's
Third-
the princess of the
And
king.
the-
Yeah.
third celestial magic practitioner.
Yeah.
Although
the
she
third
does not
celestial
own
spirit
much
mage.
many keys.
Okay.
I think she only owns like one or two, if I'm right.
Yeah, but she is the one that created the keys that allow you to
The
take
the forced closure.
the forced closure of a gate that would allow a
Corrupted spirit
Yeah.
to return to the
the
celestial
corrupted
world.
celestial spirit king. That was a fucking amazing fight.
Okay, and what is her realization
was
at the end of
something
the arc?
Is there one? I remember that.
The fuck are you talking about?
Okay, here, let me go read what it says on the arc. Natsu finds his power slowly sucked away until he has no flames left. Leo tries to finish him when Natsu blocks his attack and sucks in Leo's flames since it now has both properties of Leo's and his fire. He combines the flames and sends it back at Leo, which manages to beat him. Natsu closes his gate. However, the Librium doesn't stop much to the group's confusion.
Okay, now I know what you're talking
It's then Hisui,
Yes.
watching the battle, comes to a realization.
Yeah, now I remember. Okay. So her realization was the Librium, the ritual they were performing, doesn't stop when you close all 13 gates.
Okay.
Because not only is the 12 zodiac spirits corrupted,
The
Spirit
is
King
corrupted.
himself is corrupted.
Okay, so they have to uncorrupt the king.
Yes.
And that was one fuck of a fight. Because
Okay.
the king can literally turn you
One
into
wrong
a
move.
constellation.
What? You
One
guys
wrong
talked
move,
over
you're
each other
dead.
again.
The king can turn you into a constellation with the flick of a finger.
Oh, wow. So why didn't he just do that then?
Like I said,
Because he needs to hit you with the
Did.
attack.
Oh.
did to multiple people.
Yeah.
Including
In the end, I
Lucy,
think
and
it was
now
only,
Lucy
like,
has
Natsu and a
contracts with
couple other
Natsu.
people.
Oh my god, that's how the game ends. Or the story ends.
I
Alright.
think actually, like Natsu and Happy were like one of the very few people who weren't constellations by the end of that fight.
Alright.
Natsu
So,
entered his body and destroyed it.
is this dude a tree come to life, and you want me to show the picture of him?
Yes, please. Warren!
I'm sorry. This was such a good
Tree come to life!
one. sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, Word uses
No, he's
plant magic. So this is the effect of his magic on his body. He's also one of the
This is
original
his
Fairy Tail members.
What, Monk?
Which makes him just over 100 years old.
So he is a tree now.
Well, it's just that
No.
his magic kind of corrupted his body. He used nature-based magic, so it's kind of
It's like an overexposure of magic.
yeah, it's overexposure to his magic.
Can that happen to anyone or just him?
There are no recorded. There are not many recorded cases of this.
Okay.
So one of them is Dragon Slayer magic, like we mentioned
Yeah,
earlier.
the only other case is Dragon Slayer magic.
But because it affected Warren to that
You could
effect,
argue that he did learn his magic from Zeref.
yes, he did. So it could also be a result of that.
Hey, let's skip ahead a couple
I
questions.
know he was a normal man.
Zeref is a bad guy still, right?
Ish. At some point, you kind of
ish.
feel bad for the guy. Cause
You just start to feel bad for him.
at some point you hate him, then you start feeling bad again. Then the fucking
Then you're
last
just
hit.
like, well, he's dead.
Then the last hit, the start of the last arc arrives. You hate him. Then the last arc finishes, and you fucking feel relieved for him.
And yeah, it's a roller coaster. So at first you don't like him because of what he is, because what you're told throughout the story, a fairy tale is that, oh, this guy's massively evil. This man is the pinnacle of darkness and all that.
Besides the Endless arc, Besides for the yellow.
So you go through it and you're like, so like through the story you're told like this man is the reason every bad thing is happening.
Yeah.
But it's not the truth, right?
So
It
you
is true.
develop a hate,
No.
At an extent.
and then you meet him and then you're like, wow, this man's just kind of pathetic.
Yeah.
And then you see him again, and then you're just like, well, this guy's an asshole. Then you're like, well, now I
and then
feel
you
bad for
see
the man.
him at the end of the Tenor Island Dark fucking owning. And I mean owning Grimoire Heart.
Oh yeah,
and
and
you're
then
like,
you're like,
oh,
well, now I
shit.
kind of feel. Now he's kind of pitiable. Now he's like, okay, now I kind of sympathize with him. And then you're like, this guy's an asshole. And then you're like, I just feel bad for the dude.
Mm.
Damn, it's tough.
Basically, the ultimate bad guy was the boyfriend of the ultimate good girl.
Okay, I'm starting to get really hot, guys. Does Natsu eat the eternal flame?
Yes,
Isn't that the thing from the giant village?
not in the way you expect.
Oh, he eats it with his asshole, got it.
Not exactly. So the internal flame has an alias.
It's the
Okay.
body
Atlas Flame.
yeah, it's the body
Atlas
of Atlas Flame.
So since he ate Atlas Flame before, he's technically eaten the eternal flame.
Okay. What the fuck is a new demon?
So like you told me earlier, Minerva was made into a new demon, which basically means they took demon DNA and merged it with her DNA to make it a new demon.
Basically, it's not a demon from the books of Zeref. Anything that doesn't come from the books of Zeref is a new demon.
Okay, how does a guy get a new body?
What?
What?
How does a guy get a new body?
Yeah, I got that part, but what?
Oh, are you talking about Tempest?
Yeah.
Okay, so because he was a demon, they
Oh,
only temporarily defeated him. They didn't actually destroy him.
they can grow back their body in vats.
they can reform in special chambers.
But some of them lose like memories and shit.
They lose their memories of what they were before.
Some of them.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
So it's not like it's not a new body, but it's kind of is.
So wait, so he's a demon, right?
Oh yeah, he's a demon.
Okay, just confirming. Does Wendy get new powers this arc?
You're talking about the Tartarus arc at this point?
Is that it's the same arc with the new demons and Tempest getting a new body.
Yeah, that's a
Yes.
Tartarus arc.
Okay, so this is the She does, yes. She
But
gains access to the Dragon Force.
But
Okay.
she still doesn't get a fucking second element, and I'm sure she's gonna get one because every single other Fairy Tail Dragon Slayer has a second element.
Hmm.
Atsu has lightning. Gajil has shadow. Wendy.
You know what I think? Like they
The first generation Dragon Slayers can.
It's
get another
always from
element.
another mainstream Dragon Slayer, so it could be. It would make sense if she could get the Light Dragon Slayer, the Holy Dragon Slayer magic from Sting. It would fit her character so well.
No, that wouldn't work. That wouldn't work
Why?
because of Sting and Rogue, they're meant to. One's meant to have the other's power.
Oh yeah, true.
If Rogue doesn't get Sting's power, Sting gets Rogue's power. That's how it has to be. It has to be that way.
Then she can have Cobras, because Cobra is poison. It wouldn't make sense with, Wendy. So
Right.
now what the
Yes,
fuck?
She doesn't get poison. Because as far as I'm aware, she still doesn't have a second element in 100 years. In 100 years quest. As far as I'm aware, she still has her wind.
Alright, I need to, rapid fire these next 4 questions for you guys. Who the hell is Hades? Who is Elfman? Who is Sting, Rogue, and Minerva? And who is Mard Gear?
Hades is the master
So
of
Mardgear is
Grimor Heart.
Yeah, Hades also goes by the name of Pret, which was
The
Ward's
second
one of
master.
Ward's comrades and the second master of Fairy Tail.
Okay, so hold on. So Hades is a good guy.
No, he was a good guy.
No,
But
Okay.
then when
but
he
then he turned bad.
when he appointed Makarov as master of Fairy Tail, he wanted to find the source of magic, the source of all magic, and dark
Which led
magic.
him to Zareth, and then he became a bad guy.
Okay, who is Elfman?
Really?
I don't remember this character.
He's been here since fucking
Elfman-
episode 1.
What?
Elfman is Mir Jane and Lysana's
Lysana.
mom.
I gotta look up a picture of Elfman.
Seven.
Hang on.
Elfman is the guy that
Grounds.
does full body takeover.
I don't know who this is.
Or better known as Beast Arm Elfman.
Yeah.
I don't know who this is.
It's okay. You didn't watch the show, so you don't know.
Yeah.
Mardgear is the...
No, hold
is
on.
the
Before Mard
acting
Gear,
master.
I need to know who Sting, Rogue, and Minerva are.
Sting and Rogue are the two
Yeah,
Dragon
Sting and Rogue-
Slayers from Sabretooth.
Okay.
They're the two Dragon Slayers from Sabretooth. 3rd generation.
Yep.
And then who is Minerva? You guys kind of already explained a
She
little bit. She
is
gets
the-
and becomes a new demon.
Yes, but at first she was just a spatial magic user who was powerful. She was a powerful spatial magic
Yeah,
user.
she was the son of the jackass. Because how Sabretooth was run?
Daughter of the jackass.
Yeah, the Saber
Power,
Sabretooth
power,
worked.
victory. Yeah, power and victory. If you didn't have power, you were useless. You were cast out, stripped naked in front of the entire guild, and forced to erase your own guild mark.
Okay.
Same if you lost.
So who is Minerva? Just the daughter of that guy?
The daughter of the guild
The
master.
daughter of that guy, yeah.
So why did she become a
Daughter of
demon?
that,
Because
she-
Sabretooth became like Fairy Tail.
beating her.
What do you mean?
hated Urza for beating her. So what happened was Sting got pissed off by the jackass and shot a giant hole through his chest. Then became the master of Sabretooth.
So Minerva's a bad guy.
Yeah. Well,
Not entirely. She
well,
was,
for a time.
and after getting the shit beat out of her a second time by Urza, she becomes good again.
Okay, who is Mard Gear?
Mard Geared is one of the most powerful
The acting
demons from the books of Zereth.
leader, not the most powerful.
Let Monkey finish. Monkey, what were you saying?
He's one of the demons from the Book of Zereth. I'm gonna let Karma finish what he was saying.
Okay, so he's a demon. Got it.
Yeah.
Demon from the Book of Zereth. He's the acting leader of Tartarus.
But he's not the guild master.
Guild.
Okay.
No, the Guildmaster that title belongs to END.
Yep.
I literally never read their name, so...
END is the single most powerful demon.
Oh wait, I did read their name.
The first.
I did read their name. I remember they read a book about it.
And-
That's all I remember, though.
Should we say what END stands for,
Sure, why not?
Karma? END
Ethereus Natsu
stands...
Dragneel.
Yep.
What?
Ethereus Natsu Dragneel. Natsu is a demon from the Books of Zereth and the single most powerful demon ever created by Zereth.
Interesting.
Let's sink in for a minute. So all those times throughout the series when it looks like Natsu's supposed to be out of magic power, like for instance in the Edalus arc, he goes, "I'll just borrow it from tomorrow." Yeah, that didn't actually happen.
Okay.
What happened there is he slightly tapped into his demonic powers to give him more magic.
But he didn't know he was doing it.
No.
Okay.
No,
Okay,
But
then let's just
he
move
doesn't
on.
even know.
Natsu
He doesn't
is...
even know he's END until close to the very end.
But that's the thing. Natsu doesn't think of himself. Natsu still thinks of himself as human. He at some point his dragon seed and demon seed both being awakened is killing him basically. So he sees the soul of Vigneal in his head and he meets with him. And Igneal tells him, "You have to choose. Are you a demon or are you a dragon?" He looks at Igneal. He says, "I'm neither. I'm not to Dragneel." And his sheer belief his sheer will that he's human. I have always been human. Shatters both seeds.
What?
Becomes even more powerful.
Alright, that's stupid
Yeah,
sounding.
it's main character bullshit.
Yeah.
But they did make it look cool though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Apologies for you guys. I need you guys to kind of speed through the rest of these because I really want to go to Azuki's stream. He's doing a thing and I really want to watch. Sorry for making your guys' episode less than 2 hours long. I apologize.
No, it's okay.
Is
cutting us short, otherwise we'd be arguing.
Yeah. Gray's father's a bad guy. I didn't understand that when I read it.
No, he's not.
So Gray was just fighting his father.
He infiltrated
The
Tartaros.
soul of his father. The soul of his father.
Okay.
Was enslaved by Tartaros, and he technically was. But at the first chance he got, he gave his power to Gray and.
Killed himself.
Well, yeah, because that power was keeping him alive. Which his power was Ice Demon Slayer magic.
Okay. So Igneal was inside Natsu this whole time?
Battling the dragon seed, yes.
You remember when I told you that dragons that are the main dragon slayers had something keeping them? Well, each dragon that was a parent to a dragon slayer, basically, through sheer magic energy, transfer themselves into the bodies of their dragon slayers to build antibodies that would fight the dragonization.
Okay.
So they became the antibodies that prevented
No,
them from
they
becoming
they
dragons.
built them and put every single second of every single millisecond of their time into it until they could get out because they were needed one
They
to
had
destroy the faces, and
Yeah,
two they
that's-
were done with
Roar
the
Big Meal
well they were done with the antibodies.
tasks.
Yeah.
Task.
Okay. The dragons are at war with each other? Question mark.
So
So
basically,
okay, I can explain this one better. So Acnologia was like, I'm the king of the dragons, bow down to me. The real dragons were like, no way, dickhead. And that's a war. That was the war.
well, not only that, how Dragon Slayers originated, there was a war. Dragons that wanted to make peace with humans, and dragons that saw humans as nothing more than a fucking cabinet to go eat food.
Yeah. Which they are.
Livestock.
And yeah, livestock. So the dragons that were on the human sides, there was one dragon and one queen, and the queen decided that she wanted to learn the magic of the dragons. She's known as the mother of dragon slayers,
Mother of all dragons.
and she's also the mother of Urza.
Okay. I mean, you kind of let that one drop very early, but yeah, you're not wrong.
And whatever. So, through the discovery, dragons that are on the human side started teaching dragon magic to humans.
Unfortunately, they
Thus-
made a major misstep, which created Acnologia.
Yeah, well, Analogia was first a doctor and a really kind person. It's just that he learned Dragon Slayer and then he went to go see like what was going on the front on another continent, and it was so horrific what the dragons were doing to the humans that he decided to destroy every single dragon he ever came across. Until there was no dragons left in the world.
Then he set his sights on the Dragon Slayers.
Because to him, they are dragons.
Yep.
Okay.
Anyway.
3 questions left. I did change one of the questions, by the way, not to throw you guys off, just so you know. Is Mardgeir a dragon? I'm pretty sure you guys already answered this, but I just want to ask it
No,
anyway.
he's not.
Okay, he's a demon.
No dragon qualities. No dragon qualities at all within Mardgeir.
Okay, but he's a demon lord, basically, right?
He's a demon.
No.
No,
He's just a
I
powerful
thought
demon.
I thought he created Natsu.
No, he didn't.
No, okay, okay.
Mardgeir serves E&D. The servant to E&D.
Okay, so
Just a
does
powerful
he
demon.
become a good guy then?
No, he's dead. He dies.
Okay.
He's
Okay.
He's very much destroyed.
Okay, 2 questions left. One of them might be a spoiler, I have no idea. This question I did change. Originally I just said, what is a curse? But I kind of realized that's a stupid question now. So I changed it to, what is the explosion curse? There's a character that has something called an explosion curse,
Jackal.
and when I looked on the wiki, there was no information about it.
Curses are not exactly magic power, because if
So
you
they're what demon uses instead of magic.
Yep.
Okay. So what is the explosion
So the
curse specifically?
So the
Mega
explosion
Menu?
curse specifically. Do you want to explain this one?
Well, I just said he mega means you.
That doesn't really explain it though. So wait, okay, so they use curses instead of
He
magic,
blows you
so
up.
he basically uses his curse as a weapon. So a curse isn't always a bad thing.
Depends on
could
who
be
it falls. If it falls on a demon, it's a power. If it falls on a human, it's a curse.
Okay, so what if a human had the explosion curse? They would just explode and die?
I don't know.
Probably, maybe. Okay.
Hard to say because how the explosion curse works exactly.
Okay. Yeah, because there's no
How
information
it works
about it.
specifically,
Well,
that you have to be hit in order for it to activate. After you are hit, the explosion curse activates on the other person, and the curse will explode whatever part that you were hit by.
It will killer
That or
queen
just-
them.
yeah, but
Yeah.
that or it's just gonna blow up in your face.
Okay.
That's what happened to Natsu at first, and then he was just like, "What the hell?" And
Yeah.
then he ate it.
Natsu can
And then
eat
he
fire, I'd say, so he should be able to eat explosions.
Yeah, but he didn't figure it out first.
He does.
And Natsu's not the brightest fucking bulb.
Yeah. Okay, so I read the entire last paragraph, and it mentioned a person named Kana. Who's Kana?
Kana is Gildart's
Kana-
daughter, and they.
Alberona.
It's Gildarts'
The
daughter
sole
and
user,
what?
And the
sole
guy-
user of fairy glitter.
What the fuck is
Which is-
fairy glitter?
It's
I mean,
one of the
I know it's one of
Prince
the
fairies.
yeah.
And it's basically a huge light power, and it like during the Grand Magic game when she cast that spell there was like because Urza there was like something called Pandemonium which was an event, and there are a total of 100
That was
monsters, and you can go like
Urza
okay,
went first
I
and
wish
he-
to
and-
fight X amount of monsters, so you would fight X amount of monster. If you defeat all of them, you get X amount of point. If you don't, you get 0 points. Urza is up first, and she goes
She
up to
arrogantly
the.
goes 100.
I'll fight 100, but the beasts rank from A rank to S rank.
Well, from D to S.
There's one S rank beast, and it's supposed to be almost impossible to
something.
defeat.
If you destroyed every other monster first.
Yeah. And she
She
does
did.
everyone, and she did, and she was out of
And
the
then
mag
she-
of the
and then she
games
beat-
for.
And then she beat the last monster and basically won that event for Fairy Tail.
And then because that wasn't enough of a flex, they then bring a magic counter, which basically you cast a spell on it, and it reads the magic, the power of that magic, like the amount of it gives the next amount of it gives a number, and that number represents the strength of your magic.
And so just by luck, both of Fairy Tail's teams went first and last. So Urza went first, fought 100 monsters. They brought out the magic counter. After everybody else was done, Kana went, "So I can go all out on this thing, right?" The pumpkin dude goes, "Yep." She goes, "Okay." And obliterates it.
Basically, the fairy glitter was so strong that like the magic counter goes up to 9,999, and the magic counter
Turned it to
fucking
dust.
blew up, and like the guy that went before Urza was a fucking wizard saint, and like the 6th member of the wizard saint, so he's one amongst he's like the 6th strongest
Fifth member.
wizard.
Fifth
Yeah, he's the
best,
6th
strongest.
strongest wizard in the kingdom where fairy tale happens. So, and he did like 8,300 ish something.
6,000 and like 156. I don't remember the exact number, but it was high.
Kinda
No one
fucking.
thought. No one made it dust. She turned the.
She turned to dust, and there's just a 9999 fucking hang out in the sky where like the magic from the magic counter is still active.
And of course, Makarov then at that point looks at Mavis. He goes, "What did you do?" She goes, Mavis in her childlike fashion just starts to giggle and goes, "I lent it to her."
I let it hit for a special occasion.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
That was a great episode. That's the episode
That
I've
was
watched
so-
the most, honestly. Honestly, that's one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah.
100 against 1.
My favorite episode from One Piece is the one where he knocks out 5,000 people with his mind.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have nothing to add to the conversation, so...
I didn't expect you to.
yeah.
Yeah, neither did I.
Basically, just
So-
me monkey fanboying over this show.
So can Natsu kill Goku?
Depends. If he taps into his demonic powers, he might, but at the same time, he probably could.
Well, does the power Goku uses count as fire?
No. He's...
it
well,
some
unless
sort-
you're playing the Pokemon ROM hack, then it is.
So we'll say no.
I don't think Natsu
say it's
could
more
beat
like-
Ultra
we'll say-
Instinct.
We'll say it's more like Actinologia's element then.
Well, if it was Agnologia, yeah, but that's unfair because Agnologia can basically eat anything. Well, no, because he still was defeated by Natsu, but he needed his inner body, his soul and his body to be separated. So his body was running rampage while his body was fighting the dragon. His soul was fighting the dragon slayers. So by paralyzing his soul, his body in Fairy Sphere, his soul couldn't absorb the magic from Natsu wielding all 7 kinds
Soul
of dragon
couldn't move
slayer
because
magic.
his soul couldn't move because his body was stuck. Which allowed Natsu to deliver the final punch.
Okay. How are you guys thinking about ending the episode now? Or you guys want to keep going?
Cool with that. I'm cool with ending it. I mean, we don't have anything else to talk about, right?
That's a monkey
Yeah.
question.
I mean, I could go on for 40 more minutes talking about Tears with Karma, and you know
No.
this because you.
But we
No,
both could.
please spare me.
We won't.
You guys can talk about One Piece off
won't.
stream all you want. Or if one of you guys want to stream it.
At one point, we're gonna do a One Piece episode at some point.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Next episode is episode
50, yeah.
50?
shit. That's a special episode.
It is. It is Would You Rather
Yeah.
Part 2, which is our very first episode reduxed.
Yeah.
So you guys gotta come up with good Would You Rather questions. Ones that make us actually
Karma,
think.
you have to actually work for an episode.
Yep.
I do sometimes.
Hey Karma,
Sometimes
you like
that'd be
Pokemon,
cool.
right?
Of course.
Yeah, you wanna raid Azuki Umbra? He's playing Pokemon.
What Pokemon?
Emerald, randomizer.
Okay. You can do that.
You don't sound very enthusiastic about it. Let me
I
see.
mean, it's just Emerald randomizers. It's just Emerald randomizers are so common. You need to mix it up.
The moves are random as well.
Yeah, that's not unusual.
Really, it isn't? Okay. Well, either way, I want to raid Azuki, so we're gonna raid Azuki today.
Fair enough. Bye guys,
Okay.
join us next episode because it's gonna be special.
Yes, it's gonna be a special episode, and also, if you guys want to answer their questions along with us, make sure you do so. You'll be very happy to hear your guys' input as well, especially from our friends.
And who
remember
knows,
to
we
follow.
might have guests.
We might have a guest.
We might.
No.
I don't know.
No, not next week. Next week is a special episode, no guest.
No, but we can have friends over if they want to come in.
No.
I mean, it's not like it hasn't happened before where people were like, "Hey, I'm joining."
Yeah, but not next week because it's a special episode.
Oh, we're doing it that way.
Yeah, no guests next week. That we're doing it locked. No guests next week.
All right. So are we going back to the original VC?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Because
Okay.
at that point only 4 other people can enter it.
Well, we can just make it 3, and then the 3 of us join, and then no one else can enter.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay, so, if you guys want to see our socials, go into the Twitch chat and just type in !Twitter, !YouTube, !Discord. Discord is 18 plus, so please do not join if you are under 18. But we're not really moderating it, so don't lie.
I moderate it.
I mean, we moderate it, but we don't moderate people's ages. I mean, we don't All right, bye everyone.
Yeah.